As Tesla and Xpeng compete for market share, who exactly will win and should you buy Tesla stock? Set tight as we go through recent news as well as my chart analysis and price prediction. But before we do that, subscribe to our channel Stocks 101 for regular stock market updates. Good news first, Tesla's semi-truck is finally here for customers to get their hands on, and the company will deliver over a million EV vehicles in 2022, staying strong as the biggest global EV player. But a problem to the title of being a global leader is its competitor Xpeng. Xpeng delivered over 100,000 EV vehicles in 2022 and they're expecting it to increase further. This will dent Tesla's market cap as more EV players pop up, dividing customer interest. On Friday's trading session, the stock didn't move much, staying at the $194 price, with targets decreasing from $300 to $265. With all that in mind, let's analyze the charts. So as you guys can see right here now in the 1-day chart for Tesla, and as always, we'll first analyze the 1-day chart, then the 1-hour chart, and turn it off, we'll get at the 5-minute chart. But right off the bat, we can see that we're down to a price of $189.64 on the pre-market, which is, I guess, a 3% fall, pretty much, yeah, almost a 2.8% fall, pretty much 3%. Well, we did fall to 3% now, so that's not necessarily something bad, right? Why is that so? Because, for any bull trend to succeed, we do need timely pullbacks. So if you ask me, this is nothing more than a pullback. And of course, we did fall a bit because of the Xpeng thing as well, right? Which we already discussed in the previous part of this video. But honestly, right, in all honesty, I'd already told you guys that Tesla likely won't fall below $182, right? But over here, right? And people, over here, let me tell you guys something. I said that Tesla will fall to 182 somewhere around here, right? I don't remember the exact day, but it was somewhere in October if I'm not wrong. And then, well, it did fall all the way around 182. It fell even below, and yet people were criticizing me over here for saying that, things like spreading FUD about the stocks, right? Or doing something like that, hating the company, which I clearly don't, right? So why did I say that the stock would fall? But well, it was clear. First up, the Bank of America did say that Tesla has a strong support at 182, and before that, of course, the only support left was around $206. And when we clearly broke $206 over here, right? That's when I knew that hey, the stock is gonna go down to $182, and we did get a pullback. Around here, people were positive, like, oh, the stock is gonna go up. Well, that's not how the markets work, right? Elon Musk himself admitted to the fact that there is a recession going on and it would last long, right? But how long will it last? Will the stock recover? We can't really comment on that, right? Because I personally don't look at those things. I only do technical analysis. Of course, I do look at financial news and stuff, but that's a different story. Let's not get to that. Anyways, if we get a pullback and then another green candle going around back, to the $200 range, that would be certain, that would make it certain that we are in for a bull run. And our, most important resistance will be around $205, $206 because it is an important support zone. And of course, once you break an important support zone, it turns into resistance, right? Of course, we do have a resistance around $200 as well because that is, well, psychological, and we did fall off over here as well around $199, so that can be considered like almost an edge or rather an inch of $200, and that is usually done by limit sellers, right? So if I had placed a sell order around $200, I know that $200 is a psychological level. So the moment it goes over here, it would likely fall and I won't be able to complete my order. So what people do is that they'll punch an order a little bit below their desired number, and that way, the order will get executed while completing their target, right? So of course, that's one way to do it, and I personally use that as well, and that is exactly why I know of the strategy. It is smart, but then again, coming back to the analysis, well, we did get a huge move on the upside on the pre-market, so I don't know what that caused, what caused that, but we will move on into the 5-minute chart later on this video, where we will analyze the pre-market as well. But for the 1-day chart, if you ask me what's my price prediction, most analysts have set their price prediction around $265, right? But I personally don't agree with that. I think that the fact that Tesla will deliver record EV vehicles this year is honestly great, right? And of course, thanks to that, I think that next year, if they continue their growth at the current rate, or even, if they expand the rate a bit, if they launch the Cybertruck, then most definitely Tesla will cross $300 in my opinion, right? So what does that make me? I am a bull on Tesla, right? I did start buying the moment it fell below $206 because I knew that, it's gonna fall down, fall down, fall down. So it's a good time to DCA. And I personally, I won't exactly call it a disclosure, but it is something like that, that I do own a bit of Tesla stock. And of course, I won't exactly say at what prices I bought, but that's definitely sure that I bought it under $206. So, well, there's that. But to analyze the stock further, we'll have to jump on into the 1 hour chart. So let's do that. And now that we're in the 1 hour chart, we can see that right here. Well, first up, don't look at the volumes. They're in most cases, and for the 1 hour chart, they're a bit messed up. So we'll ignore that. But right off the bat, we can see that we made a low over here around 167. We got pretty squeezed into over here, right into this range, where we did get a lot of inside candles, and this indicated increased volatility. So, this is how you sense that a stock has bottomed when you start to get a lot of inside candles. Now, what is an inside candle? Any candle where the body is smaller than the wicks on both sides, right? These are called inside candles, even though these are pin bar candle patterns, right? Anything like this, or this is a, or an inside candle. And after that, of course, we can see that we did get a small uptrend, a swing towards upside. So it was a good time to buy over here, which, well, I personally did not catch on to it because I stopped analyzing Tesla. But of course, there are better stocks out there as well, but for all of you Tesla fans out there, is this a good time to buy? In my opinion, yes, it is. Why did I do that? Well, if we talk about support levels, we can see that we have strong support around $179. We do have another support around here, but there is something that you need to know over here, right? We did get more inside candles, right? After which we got a gap down, which indicates further selling pressure. So we might get a red day today, right? And even if we do, there's nothing to worry about because, as I already told you, this is just a small pullback. And of course, if you ask me, the stock will recover, right? Not financial advice, but I do think that the stock will recover. With that, of course, I don't think that there's much left to analyze in the 1 hour chart, so let's quickly jump on into the 5-minute chart so we can even analyze the pre-market. And now that we're in the 5-minute chart, we can see that right here, when we started December, we got crazy volumes, and of course, we can kind of look at the 5-minute chart volumes. We did get 300,000 shares over here, which pretty much values at, I guess, $60 million, if I'm not wrong, or, well, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's $60 million, right? Quick maths. Anyways, we can see that over here, for example, we did get a support and we did get a small reversal pattern, which is quite interesting. Now, let me show you how this works, right? Over here, we got a pin bar on the upside, which was green, followed by a pin bar on the downside, which was red, but it was, of course, at the same level as the previous pin bar. Now, when this happens, this is usually a reversal pattern, and what this indicates is down, up, up, right? This does not make sense to you probably, but I've tested this many times and it did, it does work. At least it worked for me. So I can't really tell about you, but yeah, it does work in many scenarios. Like over here, we can see that we did get a fall, right? Anytime that you get somewhat of a pattern that candle, candle, same length, right? Wick, upper side, wick, lower side. That's something that signifies the fact that the stock is going to fall, right? Again, just my own strategy. I might be wrong, so no financial advice. But we did get resisted at 196.65. Another resistance around 195.8. Support around 193.75. That's pretty strong, right? Pretty much 193.8. We do have strong resistance around 194.89, pretty much the $195 level. It's active all over, right? Of course, now for the main part, we'll be analyzing 2nd December and of course the pre-market. But on 2nd December, we can see that we did get somewhat of an, bullish trend thing, somewhat of a bullish trend, but it did fall down. We did start making lower lows, and it eventually caught on over here, right? So we closed the day a bit lower than this high that we made. But of course, we were in the greens because we did start the day off in a massive gap down. But now, we're about to make an even bigger gap down. So let's quickly open the pre-market. And well, my laptop is a bit slow, so never mind that. And over here, we can see that it's quite a mess, right? We can see that we fell down, but now we've kind of recovered. But still, we did get kind of resisted over here at 191. So let me mark that. 191.25, I guess, right? We got resisted over there, but I believe that we're now making a bull trend on the pre-market, right? So that's a good news. But I do hope that continues and we get a green candle today, because even if we get a green candle today, that would still qualify as a pullback because we already went down by like, I believe 3 or 4%. We made a bottom around over here at 184, which signifies pretty much a 5% fall, right? So we've already kind of gotten that. But of course, the pre-market volumes, they're lesser than the actual volumes. So of course, what do you call it? A pullback would be necessary in the live market as well. So we'll kind of see where that goes. But I personally am bullish on the stock on the long term, and that is mainly what matters to me. But again, I'll say it again, I could be wrong, so remember that this most definitely is not financial advice, and you should always do your own research before you trade. If, however, you enjoyed my analysis, be sure to hit the like button. If you did not enjoy it, be sure to hit the dislike button. You can subscribe to our channel, Stocks 101, for more such videos, and as always, I will see you guys in the next one.